Alright guys, let's look what I have. You see, my RTX 4080 is power hungry, and I had to buy this for my RTX 4080 because it was actually starting to complain about capping the performance due to power instability. So this is dark power by, quite a German company. So the size of this thing is, this is heavy, it's 5 kilograms. You see, this is the size compared to my chassis. This is the extra large chassis, by the way. This is Fractal Design. And this beautiful box with velour on top, all the cables in here. So you can see the cables. All the cables. Let's see what cables. Oh, lots of cables. And there's more cables. And lots of cables. All the cables that you would ever need. Step number 1, disconnect all cables. I disconnected the G-force. I don't know if I will need this one, or maybe this one is already provided there. I need to disconnect this. I need to disconnect this. I'm not entirely sure if there is any more disconnect. This is power. This is power. This is power. And this is power. Everything else I think is not power, so that should be fine. We'll see. So the cool thing about this Fractal Design is that, you see, I could take off all the plates and I have full access from every direction I want. So that's pretty amazing. And I removed all the power cables already, so I can now get rid of them and remove this 850 Corsair, place it as the dark power. As you can see, I'm a safe person. I removed power supply first, the cable. So I kept those, hoping that this will be fine. No tensions whatsoever, so it should be fine. Alright, the PSU is out. A little bit of work to do, but it's out. I don't know if I had to remove those. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure if this power supply should go this way or the upside down. But this is all this 1000 watts, and I'd be surprised because this little cable here, this one, this is 600 watt cable. It's little, it's kind of thick. It goes into RTX 4080 directly. So no more needs for this spider. This spider is no longer necessary. Right, so we're gonna put that thing in. So it sounds like this goes first in the bottom here. This plug is really hard to put in. Okay, and it goes together with this one. Because life isn't complicated enough. And this ATX motherboard plug is just literally a pain in us. Did it click? I think it did. My motherboard doesn't like all this stress I'm putting on it. The cable looks class. And now we don't have a spider, we have this. But how do I bend this? How do I bend this to fit in here? Holy, that's 600 watts. I need to be careful with this cable. It is to just put it in. Okay, this is the right direction, right? I didn't miss anything. I don't know. Let me just check. Yeah, there is only one way of putting it. Now I need to, I think, hold G first. Push. I know that G-force is kind of painful to put this plug in. It may, for example, not go full in, and that's going to be pain. So I just need to hold G-force with my hand and use a lot of force, even though they say not to use force. But this is G-force, you need to use force. Just look how big this radiator is. And this thing barely ever uses the fans. When I play Sims or when I do Da Vinci, it just spins, casually. it doesn't do really big spinning. This thing here is an overclock switch, so I suppose this makes the power supply provide additional power. Sure, this is kind of moving around. I need to use some sort of, I need to use this maybe to mount it in some way. Just make a hook here like this and just put it through these holes here. Okay, and now just going to make sure that this cable is not flying around, because that would be not so great. Cables that are flying around may end up in the fan, and that's not fun, you know, that's not fun to have a cable in the fan. So I think it looks good. Oh, those P8s, we hate P8s. P8s are in a completely wrong place to start with. Like, how do I put them in there? Like, that's a challenge on its own. Okay, which one goes first? This one, the big one? Okay, so I just remove one of them and first try with this one. Okay, the hook is on the outside, so I bend it so that, I don't know, to bend it I need to go like 180 on this. So weird. How do I deal with this cable? These cables are crazy. This is a crazy cable that it's just impossible to put, and it's already, it's not possible to, it doesn't even reach the destination. Here. Okay. Now, I don't want to break the cable. I have no choice. I have to make sure it just goes in here. It has to go in here. So there's no choice for this cable. Okay, we're doing well. We're getting there. At some stage we're gonna put that in. I'm pretty sure that CPU fan doesn't like the fan I'm doing through this CPU fan. Oh my god, P8, one P8 is in. Okay, that was terrifying experience. I'm telling you, and this is the P8 with two of those. Why does it have to have two? Well, what can I say? I have to put both because, of course, it's a power-hungry PC, so it needs to get, you know, lots of. It's like a tiger. It needs to have a lot of power supply. That's why we have this 1000-watt power supply. It's like a microwave. Like even microwave, like my microwave has 800 or 900. My washing machine maybe is 1600 on the spinning. So it's matching the washing machine. Okay, getting very close to the end of this journey. Now, it's extremely fragile, and yet a lot of stress is going on in here, because putting these P8s in when everything is in, I mean, this is art on its own. I don't know how to do that, to be honest. One by one, maybe try one by one. I think they cannot be put one by one. That would be not possible. Yeah, I need to somehow put this in here. Alright, after a long struggle, I managed to put those P8s in, and they're very happy there. GeForce is happily in, and ATX is happy in. Time to power up this beast. Alright, so everything is installed. As you can see, nothing blew up. Everything is working. And the initial reason for me to actually buy power supply, let me just show you, there is here on this performance display, gray means the GPU isn't utilized, so it's idle, and there is options such as, if I hover again, there's options such as, you know, the voltage, the power, you know, temperature. So I've been seeing the VREL actually, so it was capped because the voltage wasn't stable. Now it's all nice and idle. I was seeing that under load, so I'll need to test it, but it looks good. So next steps, there is this plastic cover, it just goes here, then this cover, top cover, and the glass.